The reason being that man is totally mortal and does not possess any mortal soul. So who are they talking to? He says, the friendly demon spirits that have always found over the centuries great delight in impersonating in apparitions departed loved ones and persons of great renown.
You do sell your soul, you are allowed to live forever. And these people that are called youngins, rookies, new booties, like I was, had no idea that these people still live. They will prey, haunt, kidnap, anything to stay on top. This is their world. They have nothing but time, is what they believe.
Now, who are we talking about?
We're talking about everyone that's supposed to be dead. Like there is
in the industry.
In the industry.
Okay.
You know, when you walk around with the fake face and you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay. So we're gonna open up. It's like this is not. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to know that since World War I, we've been taught by the Indians and all this other shit how to, take skin people and wear their faces to infiltrate the families and this, that, and the other. This is something that has been going on since World War I and before that. So now we've conquered the art of exchanging spirits, trading spirits. So it's supposed to be hard to identify. But when it comes down to it, this world of Hollywood, this wicked world is what they call it. Some people call it Hollyweird. You could literally go to Hollywood and if you open your eyes, it will manifest to you. They'll be right there in front of you.
The people who are trading
the people who are on the walls, the people who are idolized, are laying in their vomit on Hollywood Boulevard, and you have to open your eyes. It's done right in front of us. See, and if you're willing to sell your soul, then you'll be right there too.
Is this the Illuminati?
Well, it's not my family. It's not my family. Well, I can't blame that on me and my family, but I can't blame it on others. I could blame it on those that caused the harm on themselves by coming to the Illuminati and trying to sacrifice themselves in order to get ahead. Can't blame those people.
I mean, there's a lot of talk about it, on YouTube. We call it the wormhole of YouTube. But to hear you as a child star come out and say that this exists, these people are doing whatever they got to do to stay alive and to ensure that their throne
is kept.
Oh,
that's not none of my business. I warn how I warn when you.
Good afternoon, butterflies. This is the Awakened Butterfly, and I am back with another video. If this is your first time coming across my channel, please stay for the entire video. And if you enjoy the content, please don't hesitate to subscribe to my channel. Welcome back to all of my day ones. I really love you guys and really appreciate all of this love and support that you guys have been giving me. And for all of my newcomers, welcome to the channel, and I love you guys and appreciate all of the love and support I have been receiving from you guys as well. Yes, guys, as you can tell by the title, we will be discussing another Gangstalking video. Before I get into the video, I would like to give a shout out to my credible sources: StopGangstalking.com, OpenBible.info.com, and Fandom.com. Guys, I'm constantly on the search and lookout for new content that I feel that resonates with my channel and with my lovely supporters. I always try to stay in the algorithm of what you guys like to see me present content on. I came across this gangstalking tactic that is very unique because it not only represents one meaning but two. And we're going to get into those meanings. This gang stalking tactic is called ghosting, and it is a psychological gang stalking tactic used on targeting individuals, and like I said, it has two meanings. The first form is described as more of a psychological abuse tactic where the gang stalker, and in this case will always be someone close to you or you're familiar with, will purposely move items around your home from its original spot. It could be things like car keys, the TV remote, plants, lamps, even furniture. The items will not only be swapped out, but they will sometimes be replaced by a defected version. And this will only be obvious to the target. So everyone else will think that the target is losing their mind. Let's say, for instance, your remote control to your television. You go back the next day and it's either missing, moved somewhere else that you know it would never normally be, or it doesn't work anymore. But you know that it's not, you know for sure that it's not the same remote. You know for sure. You know the newness of it. You know how long it's been since you bought it, so you know how it looks. You know everything about it. It's just the little things that other people would see as something small that you would see as a big deal. Like, wait a minute, something's not right. And it may not become a big deal after the first, few times, but as time goes on, you will realize that, it's something going on, like someone's playing games with you. Or if not that, you may even begin to question your own sanity. But that's why I make these videos, and also other people who make these type of videos, in order to let people know that they're not crazy and they're not alone. They're targeted, but they are protected. You are protected, guys. I don't make these videos to try to implant any kind of fear into anyone. It's just to spread awareness and for educational purposes. This form is also used as a discrediting tactic because it leads to the victim as well as everyone close to them or familiar with them to believe that they are undergoing some type of mental disorder. And it also makes it hard for people to believe the target at this time, especially when they try to explain other situations where they've experienced harassment or any other unusual events that they've experienced, like things coming up missing or being swapped out around the house. Okay, now this tactic that I'm about to the other form of this tactic that I'm about to discuss, I don't want anyone to feel that I'm trying to implant any kind of paranoia or fear or anything like that. This is real research that I've summarized and presenting to you guys because it is something that I feel that you guys have witnessed before with other people, with the people around you. And as targeted individuals, we experience these things, but a lot of us also, we may witness it as well. And in this situation, I feel that a lot of you guys have witnessed this situation and may have experienced it as well, but not so much as you became a true victim of it. And after I explain the definition of this tactic, you'll understand what I mean by what I just said. Okay, now this tactic is one that is being used more in today's modern society, especially in the government and the entertainment business. It is being used in modern day society, but especially in the government and entertainment business. And this is identity theft. So yes, guys, this gang stalking tactic, it is also a form of psychological abuse and identity theft. In the world of gang stalking, the definition of identity theft has been taken to a whole nother level. I know a lot of the times identity theft refers to someone stealing your social, your ID, and putting things in your name, running your credit, things like that. Well, in the world of gang stalking, this form of ghosting involves gang stalkers aiming to utterly destroy their targets by making them irrelevant and replacing them. And I know that this sounds crazy, but let's just say that this is more of a supernatural form of gang stalking as well. And I'm going to explain that later. Now, this is conducted through lookalikes and impersonators, people pretending to be the target. Now, I'm going to give you guys a great example that I'm sure you're familiar with. If you guys know anything about the entertainment industry and some of the blood sacrifices that takes place in the industry, this will kind of give you an idea of the form of gang stalking that celebrity experiences before they're being replaced. The impersonators are mind-controlled versions of the target. They live in the target's home. They wear the target's clothes, eat their food, spend their money, sleep in the target's bed, and claim relation to the target. And a lot of the time, the replacements are sociopaths or psychopaths and even criminals who desire to take on the life and identity of someone else because they're tired of all the troubles that have came with their own. And I know that that has came with their own. I'm sorry, guys. I know that this sounds crazy what I'm saying, but think outside the box a little bit, guys, with this one. Just think a little bit on from more of a spiritual point of view when considering this tactic. This also happens in many cases, especially in the entertainment business. When you hear celebrities passing of natural causes, the reality is they were targeted for either exposing the industry for no longer being or no longer being an asset to the industry, meaning they may have gotten older, they may have decided to no longer work in that area, of the entertainment business, so they're no longer an asset. Or they've exposed some things that they found out, from their position in the industry. The time for them to be replaced by someone they feel is more of a hot commodity. This is when they replace the celebrities in the entertainment industry. It's pretty much a sacrifice for the next upcoming star. Now, have you noticed, guys, sometimes either before these people's demise or a little after, someone comes along that looks like this person, acts like this person, even dress like this person. Sometimes they may even sound like this person. Well, just know that there's an underlying reason for that. And I'm going to let you guys know exactly what that is. The tactic is also used amongst regular citizens like you and I, who may serve as a threat for several reasons. Now, some could include the target's family. They could be a part of an occult group or organization, and a person must be replaced or put up for an offering during an occult ritual ceremony. It happens, guys. You see it all the time. These, cases where family members come up missing, The evidence doesn't match. The math doesn't math. The investigators are still claiming ongoing investigations and still updating the family every so often, but nothing. And a lot of the times, the last thing a person would want to think is that a lot of these family members were a part of any type of secret organizations and they had to put their family member up for an offering. But it does happen. The person could also know something that would destroy the evil deeds of someone. Just period. The person that they know something about, they don't have to be a part of any type of group or organization, but they're just a malicious person. And they're up to no good, and they could be trying to plan something on another loved one or friend, and this person knows about it, and they confront them and say, hey, I'm going to expose you. Well, now they're a target, and now they're up for a possible replacement. Also, guys, being chosen by the Most High will most certainly have you being marked as a target. And not only that, you will also be constantly monitored. Now, this tactic is also allegedly being used by the government as a way to depopulate the U.S. Allegedly. Allegedly, guys. Okay? You see people, now this ghosting tactic, now let me tell you this. The replacement is not always so. They could just utterly destroy a person just to get rid of them. But in this situation, it's to imitate a person for different reasons. It's to impersonate a person. It's to bring in lookalikes to further carry out the mission. It's like, okay, you don't want to cooperate. I'm going to bring in a version of you that will. Now, with that being said, guys, I'm going to give you guys a couple of signs to let you know that a gang stalker is a ghosting perp replacement. Now, the things I'm about to say, yes, I am actually saying them because it's going to sound like something supernatural taking place. And I have evidence to prove that it most certainly is. An abrupt appearance or disappearance of medical conditions, meaning that the replacement, if they, if the target had medical problems, the replacement could come in with no medical problems. So now the target appears to be healthy again, or it could be vice versa. They could have had no health problems and the replacement could have, and then now they are displaying signs of a health problem. There will also appear to be a dramatic change in the perp, gang stalker's appearance, like sudden weight gain or weight loss. They may also appear to look younger or older, depending on the situation of the target. Hair texture, spending habits, drug and alcohol usage are also some factors as well. Now, the person may or may not use drugs and alcohol. It just depends. The skin tone, their speech, they may lose or pick up a new accent. May begin to just talk totally different altogether. Their eyesight, they may or may not have to wear prescription eyeglasses. Change of social crowd. Now, they may begin to hang out with new friends unknown by the target, or they may hang out with old friends of the target. They may also even begin to hang out with friends or family members that the target doesn't get along with anymore, or, never hung out with for a while. They may also begin to expose personal secrets about themselves from their past or current life experiences, situations. Just things out of the ordinary that you wouldn't normally expect that person to do. Now, many targets who are victims, they may not be aware of it. And those who are, they may not be aware of the ghosting tactic. Now, I know this sounds crazy, but let me break this down a little bit, because I know this sounds kind of confusing. In this situation, the person who is sent to monitor, which is the gang stalker, will be someone close to you or someone in your family. They will be affected by either witchcraft or electronic harassment weapons in order to monitor and undergo other gang stalking tactics, like mimicking and things of that nature. Now, they're the replacement. It's just like when the handler goes for family members that, in the spiritual world, it's like a demon going for the family member that they know has always despised and been jealous of you. In the physical realm, the handler is trying to get your family member to gang stalk you. And they're refusing. Or they're not doing it to the extent that the handler would like. So now they too have become a victim of gang stalking. The gang stalker being gang stalked. And not only that, they've been replaced through witchcraft and sorcery by a demonic spirit in order to gang stalk and harass their targeted family member. This is a very twisted tactic, guys. It's very twisted. New replacements, possibly replaced by family members, partners, and friends, they act normal around the target at first. However, they will show obvious signs of gang stalking. And this leads the target to believe that their loved ones are under demonic possession. There are several news stories covering these type of events every day, where the target individuals report harming a loved one because they're saying that they were demonstrating demonic behavior or signs of being possessed. I tried to find some specific video clips explaining that situation, but that was through credible research. But I do have a video clip that I want to play for you guys, and it shows someone that in the video clip, it seems that this person is under some type of MK Ultra or being hit with some type of electronic harassment weapons or frequencies possibly through the television in the home. All right, I'm going to play the video clip, guys, and I'll be right back, okay?
Synthetic telepathy. Thoughts that are put into an individual's head without their consent. That's crazy. Who would do that? Well, we can start with DARPA, IARPA, National Institute of Health, the CIA. This is a document from a fusion center released accidentally in a Freedom of Information Act. This is a book called Project Soulcatcher, written by a guy named Dr. Robert Duncan, who just happened to work for the CIA, DARPA, etc., etc. I mean, you ever heard of the BRAIN Initiative signed by President Obama? Check it out. You can look this up easily. So yeah, they've experimented with this technology on people that never gave their consent. Did I mention there's a US patent for this technology? And it's right here. First patented in 2003. Now, you heard me mention the National Institute of Health. This right here is Christine Grady. She just happens to be the head of human experimentation for the National Institute of Health, who happens to be married to Dr. Anthony Fauci. Imagine that coincidence.
The time I thought my daughter was possessed.
You don't understand. Oh, you think I don't understand? I understand, believe me, Mom. It's understand. You are.
She's okay.
All right, butterflies, I'm back. As you can see by the video clips that I just played, one of them described a child seeming as if she was up under some type of possession. And the other video clip was explaining electronic weapon harassment and the conditions. Now, artificial telepathy as well as mimicking also plays a large role in the Gangstalker's behavior when it comes to ghosting. Especially since research explains how all replacements in the ghosting tactic are under mind control. Yes, guys, I found that out. All of the replacements are under mind control. But isn't it funny how these people can be brought in to look like someone else, to imitate someone else, but no one's really picking up on the fact that it's not them based on their appearance, just only other than, their ironic behavior. And I'm going to explain that as well. It kind of makes you think about shape shifting and body snatching as well. Now, the thoughts and suggestions that are being placed into the minds of the ghosting replacements, it's making them appear to be under mind control and demonic possession. Now, as I said before in one of my previous videos, gangstalkers in some cases are victims as well. If the handler has to place his gangstalking team under mind control, that's what they will do in order to play out a certain tactic on their target. Now, guys, I want to talk about something very, very, very important. Now, when I first started researching this tactic, right off the top, I started thinking about witchcraft and occult magic. Because how is it possible for these people to take the appearance and, place of someone else without some type of witchcraft taking place? It just doesn't make sense. So I dug a little deeper and I came across this. What you see right in front of you guys is a website that I came across from snitchseekerrpg.fandom.com. Shout out to fandom.com. I came across these appearance altering spells. Now, not the spells themselves, but the description of the spells and what they do. It shows, as you can see, it shows the name of the spells and what they do. Now, the first one, as you can see, it says it's called Tyrannium, and that this spell is supposed to change a person's height and their build. The second one is Portanus, and it changes the appearance of a person's clothing. Now, this is really ironic because it really makes you wonder what people are into. You have to be into these things, these type of things, in order to accomplish them. So that means that a person cannot slip and stumble into this type of stuff. They have to actually make up in their mind and heart that they want to dabble in witchcraft. And as you guys can see for yourselves, there's other spell names and what they do. Like Philinthus, which changes a person's hair length and texture. And, you know, it's crazy. I really feel that the Most High brought me across this because it really, you know, serves as a great receipt as to the message that I feel like God used me to put out pertaining to this. Because a lot of the things that happens during ghosting, majority of it pertains around a person's appearance and their overall selves changing into someone else. How is that possible? I'm trying to figure out how is that biologically possible, even if the person passes away. You know, because also I forgot to tell you guys. You guys, I did discuss that. How they replace people who have passed when I discussed the entertainment industry. But guys, this is really wild because there are really witches and warlocks out here performing witchcraft. Real life witchcraft. And I want to tell all of you chosen ones out there, you target individuals, because that's why you're targeted, because you're chosen. I want to let all of you know that all of those things that God put you through, all those things that he allowed you to see, to witness, that you felt that other people would never believe if you told them, and then when you did try and explain it to them, they called you crazy. Even some people that you feel even were blessed to see the same things that you saw but pretended not to. Just take this video as confirmation, okay, guys? To know that the Most High allowed you to see some things that you shouldn't see in order to let you know what you needed to know about your environment, about the people around you, about yourself, and about your purpose that he chose you to do. You're not crazy, and you're not seeing things, okay? The fact that he even, allowed you to see these things, just know that he's going to protect you. He wanted you to see it so you can enlighten others. And that's what you were chosen to do. But in so many different ways. It just depends on what you've went through, in your life's journey. We all been through different things. So that will also determine your purpose as well. But you guys know what I mean. I really, really hope that this video helped someone. I know that after I researched this video and after the things that I learned, it kind of gave me mental clarity and peace, letting me know that I'm not crazy and the things that I'm seeing are actually true. Now, these spells and rituals are weak against the Most High. Strong prayer can break anything that a witch or warlock try to throw your way. Just know that, okay, guys? I just had to throw that out there. Also, I want you guys to pay attention to how people act around you after you further your relationship with the Most High. That will help you figure out a lot of things as well. All right, guys. I love you so, so much. I appreciate all the love and support that you guys give me. It means a lot. Share this video if you don't care, guys. I would really appreciate that. Get active in the comment section. Let me know how you feel about the content. And until the next video, peace and blessings. Mwah. I love you guys. Bye.